Today we're talking about a tough one. How to deal if your team doesn't respect you in your leadership role. Most of us, if we've been in leadership for a while, have probably been there. You give instructions, you get ignored, or you get the, yes, of course, I'll do that, and then nothing. You try to connect with your team, they shut down and give you the classic, it's fine, I'm fine, work's fine. It's frustrating and makes it really hard to get anything done and to build a strong team. But fear not. Earning respect isn't about barking orders. It's about building trust and showing your team you're worthy of following. So first up, how can you tell if your team doesn't respect you? Here's a few red flags. Undermining or ignoring you. Perhaps they're missing deadlines, leaving tasks half done, or not even acknowledging that you've passed on a task for them to action. These are signs your team is not taking you seriously. Another one is to look at the body language. Are they avoiding eye contact? Do they have their arms crossed in a defensive manner? Are they looking at their phone rather than engaging in any conversation? These are all signs of disengagement and disrespect. Minimal engagement is another one. They only come to you when it's absolutely necessary and offer little or no interaction at any other time. Chronic lateness and absence can be another sign. This can show a lack of commitment to your leadership and the goals of the team. And the last red flag is that you're always the last to know. Important information seems to bypass you, leaving you feeling uninformed and out of the loop. This can be subtle too. For example, if you heard after the weekend that a direct report had just got married on Saturday and they had been planning the wedding for a year and you knew nothing about it, this could be a red flag that you are not trusted or respected by your team or that particular team member to even tell you the most significant life event. Either that or you're just not listening. Okay, so none of those signs are a great look. But here's the good news. You can turn it around. Also note that there can be many reasons why you have found yourself in the situation where your team seems to have a lack of respect for you. It could be that you've just been internally promoted and your team is still adjusting to the change. It could be that you've come into the leadership role from an external organisation and your team is still settling in and getting used to you. Or maybe they wanted your job. It's okay, there's no judgment here, but there are some key steps you can take to help you out of it. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Nikki and I've been in leadership for over 17 years. And I've gone from leading just 2 people to leading leaders of large teams. And to win over respect with my teams, I have found a few things that work quite well. The first one is to take your job seriously. Be prepared, show up on time, and be dedicated to your team's success. Actions speak louder than words, and you're going to have to do this for quite some time in some cases, so don't lose focus. Lead by example. Don't expect your team to do things that you would never in a million years tackle yourself. You can't delegate everything, and nor should you. And if you struggle with delegation, I've linked a video on the screen that you can watch later. Next, take on responsibility and ownership. Don't shy away from problems or failure. Own them, learn from them, and come up with some solutions with your team. It is humbling but also necessary to admit openly when you have made a mistake or when things aren't going to plan. Be that transparent and authentic leader. Take an interest in your people. Get to know them as individuals. What are their strengths? What do they enjoy? What are their challenges? Then maybe, just maybe, they'll tell you when they're getting married. Be fair and consistent. If you're playing favourites, stop it. It's a recipe for disaster. Treat everyone with respect and hold everyone accountable to the same standards. Set clear expectations. Make sure your team really understand what you need from them. Make it clear, communicate it effectively, and be willing to answer questions. And I've linked another video about setting expectations, just in case you need that too. This isn't about being a pushover. It's about building a team that trusts you and, of course, respects you and is motivated to follow in your footsteps so that you can lead them effectively. I believe being a leader that is honest, works hard, as well as being who they authentically are, goes a long way in building trust and respect with a team. But it's not an overnight win. It takes time and effort. Yes, I know, it is so annoying how leadership takes so much time. But if you want to play the long game, I think it's worth it. And if you're wanting more leadership tips, please subscribe and let me know in the comments how you've won over your team and built respect. Thanks very much for watching.